I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, me, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time. And
now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36, and we fight.
24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford.
In a live interview, Terence Crawford spoke with confidence about Floyd Mayweather and his own growing legacy. Crawford declared that Floyd's time in boxing has already passed, making it clear that this is now his era. He stressed that Mayweather's reign is over, and the focus should shift to him as the present face of the sport. With certainty, Crawford positioned himself as the fighter carrying boxing forward for this generation.
Broadcast for Jake and Tyson, and some people like the likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like, it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight fighting forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? What's the point? Unless you're just trying to get people excited and trying to get them, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
So you don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again.
Floyd Mayweather reminded fans that he also schooled Canelo Alvarez when he was already older than Canelo, proving his unmatched skill and experience. He argued that Crawford's victory over Alvarez should not be viewed as extraordinary since both of their signature wins came against the same opponent. For Floyd, this proves that his achievement remains greater and that Crawford's triumph does not surpass his legacy.
Canelo's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what they're gonna say, well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Some analysts argue that Terence Crawford cannot yet be compared to Mayweather because he lacks the flawless 50-0 record Floyd proudly holds. They believe that to truly surpass Mayweather, Crawford must do more than just beat skilled opponents like Canelo Alvarez. Many suggest that Crawford should move up in weight and face David Benavidez, a dangerous, physically imposing fighter. A win against Benavidez would not only prove Crawford's fearlessness, but also show he can conquer one of the toughest challenges in boxing today. Without such a victory, Critics insist Crawford cannot yet be placed on Mayweather's level despite his achievements.
You look at Floyd's record, right? Floyd's legacy is 50-0, with 24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford, but both of their best wins are Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was a younger, greener Canelo when Floyd beat him. Bud beat an older, slower, but more seasoned Canelo. Now, Bud's not going to surpass Floyd because of the record. He's not going to make 50-0. Bud has to separate himself. What he has to do is do something that Floyd didn't do. Take on the challenges that people are scared for you to take. Just that's what separates Leonard and Durant from the rest. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he will surpass Floyd Mayweather as far as on the all-time list. As of right now, if Bud Crawford retires, I would have him somewhere around the top 5, top 7.
Trainer Robert Garcia offers a different perspective. He believes Crawford is unlikely to risk his legacy by facing Benavidez. Garcia explained that Crawford is an intelligent fighter who knows how to protect his place in history without unnecessary risks. Benavidez holds a huge size advantage and poses a threat that could end Crawford's unbeaten streak. For Garcia, the risk outweighs the reward, since Crawford already has an extraordinary resume and does not need to prove himself against someone outside his natural division. This highlights the ongoing debate between taking legacy-defining risks versus protecting a nearly perfect career.
There's no way. Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk. But it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, shared his view that while Crawford clearly outboxed Canelo, the win should not be considered the ultimate measuring stick. He pointed out that Canelo is not the same fighter he once was, noting his punches lacked the sharpness and power of his prime. Jeff explained that before this fight, many criticized Crawford's level of competition, and even after beating Canelo, some still downplay the achievement. According to Jeff, the victory was impressive but needs context. Canelo was past his absolute peak, meaning Crawford's win should not automatically elevate him beyond all criticism.
Canelo knocks him out in the first half of the fight because he couldn't handle the power. And obviously that proved not to be, or to be the case, that Crawford could definitely handle the power. Were you surprised that, it didn't look like, maybe once or twice looked like maybe Crawford felt it, but never in any kind of real trouble?
Yeah, I don't think that Canelo really hit him. He hit him a couple times clean, but Crawford, Crawford's a big guy too. Crawford took it like it was nothing. And he hit Canelo a few times. And Canelo took it as well. So basically, at the end of the day, they both took decent shots from each other, but Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo did.
Do you think that was a case of you can't Canelo's a guy that's not out there throwing huge combinations, like he's more of a punch at a time kind of guy, and that's not going to work against someone as slick and talented as Bud Crawford?
Yeah, I agree. Basically, Canelo was looking for just one big shot, trying to land a big shot on Crawford, but Crawford wasn't having it. And Crawford at times would say, I guess he would say to himself, I need to, do a little more work. And it seemed like he just did that, and he would let his hands go.
Legendary fighter Roy Jones Jr. offered a critical take on Mayweather's legacy. He argued that aside from Canelo, Floyd rarely faced the best of his era when they were at their peak. Jones questioned how Mayweather is so often labeled the greatest when many of his opponents were smaller, older, or past their prime. He suggested that Mayweather's legend status is inflated compared to what he truly accomplished. For Roy, Floyd's undefeated record is historic, but the timing and quality of his opponents leave room for debate, especially when compared to versatile fighters like Crawford.
Is Floyd Mayweather top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10.
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5. He's maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight, don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand, I know you're a Floyd fan, but here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought. Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further,
He fought Cotto,
Cotto was not
Manny
on his
Pacquiao,
level.
Manny
Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto is an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto is not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I
All
agree.
right, so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao, you waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is, you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them? Best two names you can pull up besides Canelo.
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is, I'm not gonna say who
because
would have
I can't name a person.
I'm not gonna say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go looking for a James Toney.